Hey everyone, welcome to this tutorial of mine. Today, I, Akshat Tripathi, would like to present a small as well as a vital topic inside the field of cybersecurity. The topic being open source supply chain attacks, the risks, the techniques, as well as the preventive measures involved in it. And we will try to understand what's open source supply chain attacks. Before that, what's supply chain attacks? And as well as try to connect these attacks happening in the real world with real world case studies. So let's get this started with. First, let's break this thing down. What is a supply chain? Imagine downloading a trusted software update, only to realize later that it contained malicious code. That's a supply chain attack. Instead of directly hacking into the system, the malicious individuals, the hackers, or whoever it is, attackers compromise the software supply chain, injecting harmful code into libraries or updates, and the developers, without knowing or unknowingly, download such things and thus causing their multiple projects of theirs to be affected by it. And therefore, these supply chain attacks are both scalable as well as hard to detect. Moving further, why is open source so vulnerable? Open source software is particularly vulnerable due to three main reasons. First, open source softwares are trust-based systems. Developers often assume that widely used packages are safe. Therefore, they don't even check for the presence of any malicious code within them. Secondly, lack of any central authority in managing open source softwares. Unlike proprietary softwares, there's no strict oversight of open source updates. Therefore, anyone or an attacker or a malicious individual can easily inject their own malicious code in it. Thirdly, third-party dependencies. A single compromised package can impact thousands of applications. This makes open source ecosystems an attractive target for attackers. Moving further, let's check out the common attack techniques utilized in these open source supply chain attacks. So, mainly there are three types of, you could say, three techniques involved in open source supply chain attacks. First, dependency confusion. Attackers upload a malicious package with the same name as a private dependency, but with a higher version number, tricking the software into downloading it. Second example, typo squatting. Malicious actors create packages with names that are almost identical to popular existing ones, hoping developers are unable to detect the typo in it and install the wrong package, thus compromising their system as well as projects. Third technique is compromise maintainers. If an attacker somehow is able to gain access to the trusted developer's account or repository, they can push malicious updates directly into widely used projects. So each of these discussed techniques or methods exploit the way software dependencies are managed, making them highly effective. So let's try to understand open source supply chain attacks utilizing two case studies which I found quite interesting. So first case study, which would be exploring would be event stream attack. So it's one of the most widely known supply chain attacks happened. So event stream package was basically a package, as I said, in Node.js ecosystem. Event stream was a popular open source package with millions of downloads. An attacker gained control of the repository by convincing the maintainer to somehow transfer the ownership. They then injected malicious update that specifically targeted cryptocurrency wallets. Since developers trusted this event stream package, they unknowingly installed the compromised version, leading to real financial losses. So, what do we understand with this case study? This case study demonstrates that attackers can exploit trust within open source communities. And in this case study, the attacker did by gaining the control of the repository from the maintainer. Let's look at another example for better understanding. So, Another case study which I brought to you is NPM typo squatting attack. So NPM, the typo squatting attack which this happened in the NPM ecosystem. Attackers created malicious packages with names that were almost identical to popular NPM modules. They relied on simple typing mistakes. If a developer unknowingly or mistakenly downloaded these misspelled package names, they would download a compromised version instead, thereby compromising the system as well as project. So this strategy infected multiple projects before security researchers detected and removed malicious packages. So in conclusion of this NPM typo squatting attack, we can understand or highlight why even small mistakes in package selection can have major security consequences. So moving further, how do we prevent supply chain attacks? So here are some methods or key defense strategies. Use verified package sources. Stick to official repositories and double check dependencies before installing them. Secondly, implement SBOM, Software Bill of Materials. A complete list of all software components helps track security risk. Third preventive measure is enabling multi-factor authentication (MFA) for maintenance, which prevents unauthorized access to package maintenance accounts. Following all these three preventive measures or practices, one can significantly reduce supply chain attack risks. So, in case, how we detect and respond to these supply chain attacks? Even with strong security measures, some attack may slip through. Here's how to detect them and as well as respond. Monitor unexpected package updates. Be cautious of sudden, unexplained changes. Secondly, use digital signatures. Verify that software updates come from trusted sources. Thirdly, continuous vulnerability scanning. Regular scans can identify security flaws before they escalate. So, the above discussed proactive preventive measures are proactive approach to security, which helps catch attacks early before they cause widespread damage. So, as a summary for this presentation, and as well as my final thoughts, to sum up, open source supply chain attacks exploit trust within the software development process, allowing attackers to compromise widely used dependencies we covered. Summarizing the things we covered here, attack techniques utilized for carrying out open source supply chain attacks, dependency confusion, typo squatting, and maintainer compromise. The real world case studies we explored were event stream, a package of Node.js directory, as well as npm typo squatting. Security best practices prevent and detect these threats. So, what's the key takeaway for you guys for this tutorial of mine? Supply chain security isn't optional. It's important as well as essential. Developers and organizations must stay vigilant to protect the integrity of open source software. So, thanks for watching. Thank you.